夜の街迷いしけカレーのランプどこから来たのよみすぼらしいねうちに
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Let us all stand for our opening prayer. Miss Mercurio, please lead the prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of God and we can go to our Lord's Spirit. Praise be the Lord of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Now and forever, amen.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Pick up those pieces of dead under your chair and arrange it properly, please. Okay, thank you. So, is there any absent in the class?
None, ma'am.
Miss Mercurio, please check the attendance. Okay. Before we start our lesson, let all have a recap. So, what is our topic in class meeting? Yes, Miss Mercurio.
Last meeting, we discussed about the series and parallel circuit.
So, series and parallel circuit. What is a series circuit? Yes, Miss Kalaya.
A series circuit, all components are connected to end-to-end and forming a single path of current flow.
So, how about the parallel circuit? Yes, Miss Mabonga.
A parallel circuit, all components are connected across each other and forming across two sets of electrical and common components.
So, who can give me an example of a series and a parallel circuit? So, anyone? So, let's proceed to our first slides. So, before we proceed to our first topic for today, I just want you to show a movie clip presentation just for a little motivation. Okay, that's all. So, based on the video you watch, I just have some questions. So, what are the common wires and joints? You have that. Yes, Miss Tika.
Plain object.
Okay, very good. So, how about this one? In your course, why do we need to know the importance of common wire splices and joints? Yes, Miss Arigaya?
Lattice and joints, they need to know because as a beater indicator, they need to familiarize the basic splices and joints to prevent the hazard injuries under electrical and everything.
Okay, thank you. Very well said. So, yes, Mr. Samudio?
It is important for us because when we are in the field of teaching, we will use that in our teaching, and we will know the proper procedure and the appropriate doing of splices and joints.
Okay. I expect na mukhang may konti na rin kayong nalalaman about our topic for today. So, let's proceed now to joining and splicing. So, joining and splicing an electrical conductor plays in a very important role in the field of electricity. Some experts say there is no better conductor than the unjointed or spliced conductor. Unfortunately, any wiring installation is impossible to accomplish without cutting the conductor of a certain length and join or splice together. After thirds satisfy the desired connection for the operation of the circuits, therefore, an electrician must be equipped with proper technical skills in this activity. So, in this topic, an electrician should be properly equipped when doing this activity. So, example for that is a lineman. So, kailangan ng isang lineman kapag akat siya sa poste is, naka-proper equipped. Dala niya yung mga gamit like safety gears, gloves, para iwas na sa disgrasya. Okay? So, joint is the typing together of two single wire conductors so that the union will be good both mechanically and electrically. So, it is a combining of two single wire. Next is the splice. Is the interlaying of the strand of two stranded conductors so that the union will be good both mechanically and electrically. Plain top joint. Who wants to read? Yes, Miss Baroneo?
Plain top joint. This is used where the top wire is under considerable tensile-stress circuit.
Okay, thank you. So, here's an example of a picture of a plain top joint. Okay. Did you see it clearly, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's proceed to knotted top. Please read, Miss Recover.
Knotted top. This is used where the type wire has the tensile stress.
Okay, thank you. So,
It is occasionally used in practice, particularly for temporary lighting systems where time is not taken to solder joints.
this is an example of a knotted top. Next is the arrow top. Miss Calayo, please read.
Aerial top. This is a temporary top usually done in construction site. This is situated where facilitate top wire movement.
Okay, thank you. So, here an example of an aerial top. Next is the Western Union long tie springs. Mr. Samudio, please read.
Western Union long ties is used extensively for outside wiring to extend the length of the wire
from one end to another.
Okay, thank you so much.
It is also being used for internal wiring. This is done so to withstand greater stress of pressure on the wire.
Here's an example of a Western Union long time splice. Last is rat tail or pigtail. Miss Tika, can you please read?
Rat tail or pigtail. This kind of joint is commonly used to join two or more conductors using reduction lines. It is suitable for service where there is no mechanical stress when wires are to be connected in outlet hubs, switch or conduit.
Okay, thank you.
The joints are made by skinning 2 inches. The end of the conductor is to be joined. Then twist the base conductors about 6 times.
There's an example of what we call this? Rat tail or pigtail. So some kind like of a marshmallow. Did you imagine, class?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the end of our show. So, is there any questions or clarifications regarding our topic?
None, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, let's come up now to our first activity. So, I prepared here an activity. Can you please get your mobile phones? So, the first line will be the group 1 and the second line will be the group 2. So, ang mangyayari is ganito. Each group will have one representative to answer the questions. So, the group 1, who's your representative?
Ma'am, Shiela Mercurio po.
Okay, how about the group 2? Yes, Miss Daniela. So, this activity is what we called quiz home. So, mangyayari siya dito sa Messenger. Hindi nyo kailangan ng any data or load para maka-access. All you have to do is open your data. And use it. Okay. So, let's start now, ha? Paunahan to. Paunahan sa pagboto.
Ma'am, ilan pong points pag nauna?
So, it's just only have 5 points. So, I will give 5 points each questions. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll start now.
Ma'am, insufficient storage.
Stop murmuring, please, at the back.
Ma'am, the connection is poor.
Time's up. So, congratulations to Group 1. So, before we end this class, can you please get a 1/4 sheet of paper? We'll having a short quiz. Just a short one. Don't be pressured. Relax yourself.
Ma'am, pila pa ang passing score sa quiz?
I have only 5 questions, so you better get a 5 points. Malinaw naman na na-discuss ko sa inyo Number 1, write your name, section, and date. Are you all ready, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Ayoko nang makakitang nagkokopyahan na. You're already on a higher level. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So I will read the questions twice. So you better read this carefully. Okay, so the instruction is identify what is being asked in the question and write the correct answer on the space provided. Wala magtatanong dito kung kailangan ng multiple choice. Identify. Identification. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So number 1, what kind of joints is commonly used to join 2 or more conductors inside the junction box? Number 1, what kind of joints is commonly used to join 2 or more conductors inside the junction box? Number 2, what kind of joint is used wherein the top wire is under heavy tensile stress? Number 2, what kind of joint is used wherein the type 1 is under heavy tensile stress? Number 3, what kind of joint is used wherein the top wire is under considerable tensile stress strain? Number 3, what kind of joint is used wherein the top wire is under considerable tensile strain? Naintindihan niyo ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 4, what kind of joint is used as a temporary top usually done in a construction site? Number 4, what kind of joint is used as a temporary top usually done in construction site? Number 5, nakakasunod ba lahat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, number 5. What kinds of joint is used extensively for outside wiring? Extend to the length of wire from one end to another. Stop murmuring at the back. Number 5. What kinds of joint is used extensively for outside wiring? Extend to the length of wire from one end to another. Okay, are you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Let us check now. Exchange your papers. Okay, let us check now your quizzes. Number 1. What kind of joints is commonly used to join 2 or more conductors inside the junction box? What it is? Yes?
Tail and taper.
Okay, that's correct. Number 2, what kind of joint is used wherein the top wire is under for outside wiring extend to the length of wire from one end to another? What do you call this one? The last option is
Western Union.
Okay, that's correct. So, pass your paper to get the score 5. No one, 4. Okay, that's 2, 3, 2, 1. So, may nakakuha ba ng 0?
Yan, ma'am.
Baka imposible naman kung meron pa, no? assignment.
Ma'am, papasa may po ni 1/4.
No, itago niyo na lang yan. Na-record ko naman na. So, no need to give it to me. So, for your assignment, make a reflection about this topic that we discussed today. So, ano nga ba yung topic natin?
Splicing and joining electrical conductor.
So, note, don't make it too long. A brief and concise reflection will do. So, ang iba kasi sa inyo, masyadong mahaba yung ginagawa, paulit-ulit lang naman yung sinusulat. So, for the rubrics, we have accuracy, 40%, creativity, 20%, submitted on time, 40%, total of 100%. So, isasubmit mo siya sa akin bukas.
Ma'am, handwritten po or printed?
Kayo, saan kayo mas komportable? Handwritten na lang?
Ma'am, printed. For me. Because we have a printer.
Depende rin sa inyo, basta makapasa kayo. Yes, sa mga handwritten, make sure na readable siya ha. Ayoko ng mga pang-doktor. Education ang kinuha nyo, hindi doktorat. So, that's for today. Class dismissed. Okay, goodbye class.
Goodbye, ma'am.
夜の街迷いしけカレーのランプどこから来たのよみすぼらしいねうちにほいで温めてあげるよみすぼらしいねうちにほいで温めてあげるよ今までよく頑張ったよね